So here's the fun part of the episode. Uh, we're gonna do our next movie review. Movie review time. Um, everybody give a thumbs up if you're excited for us to talk about Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, so we're gonna be reviewing Wallace and Gromit's new movie, Vengeance Most Fowl. Just came out on Netflix at the start of the new year. The reason we're doing this is we were gonna do Den of Thieves 2, but we had horrible weather this past week, so neither one of us were really able to make it to the movies to see Den of Thieves. We will definitely be talking about Den of Thieves 2 next week. We're both gonna go see it this week, so um, but this is a great, backup. Wallace and Gromit releasing on Netflix, their first movie since The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which came out when I was a kid,
I
man. I
want to say it
remember
was, I looked it up, but I want to say it was '05 or '06.
maybe, yeah, no, it was a long time ago. But I loved The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. My dad showed me Wallace and Gromit when I was young, so I've seen all like the little shorts that they've done. And then I think Curse of the Were-Rabbit was like the first movie. And so this is,
2005.
yeah, this is I guess the second movie. Um, it's the same creator. And it's the same like awesome animation style that we've come to see from Aardman. I think they were very, very slept on and kind of overshined by Disney and Pixar, maybe like DreamWorks sometimes. But a lot of their movies are like right up there in caliber. I still think Chicken Run is like one of the best animated movies ever. It was one of my favorites growing up. I know they made a sequel on Netflix that was enjoyable. It wasn't as good as the first, but it was enjoyable. Um, they did the Pirates movie. Um, what else have they done? There's a couple other ones. Um, Early Man. They did like the Shaun the Sheep show. Um, but yeah, no, I love yeah, I love
Shaun the
the
Sheep.
I love the animation style of Wallace and Gromit, the claymation stop motion, everything. It's very very impressive. Um, and we just got an hour and a half of it, or about 80 minutes of it on Netflix. I saw the creators talking about how like um, on a good week like a good week of filming, they get like maybe a minute of screen time, which is just crazy. Like each second is like so many shots, and they have to go in and individually move them each time and change them out and stuff, which is just crazy. Definitely like goes to show like their passion for filmmaking and everything like that. But um, so yeah, we can just kind of dive right into it. Um, I for one had a fun time with it. I grew up on Wallace and Gromit watching those. So I was excited when it got announced like a year ago or so that they were doing another one. And it finally came out, and it was definitely a fun time. It lived up to old like typical Wallace and Gromit shenanigans, and poor Gromit's just always going through it, man. He's always got it tough, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. A new, fresh story, but it still brought back like their most famous villain. Like they really have that many villains, but definitely that's like the one I remember the most from when I was a kid. So, old Feathers McGraw. But yeah, I enjoyed Wallace and Gromit. The animation style is just as good as it's always been, if not better. A little more like inventive with some of their shots and stuff, and it's intense for an animated movie. Like the last like 15 minutes is kind of like wow, what's gonna happen? This is kind of crazy. So I enjoyed it. I probably would have given it like 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. Probably about a like seven or so, because I think most Pixar movies and like DreamWorks kind of hold that upper tier um, for animation, like 4 or 5 stars, So, but 3.5 stars is still about a seven. I'll probably just give it like right at a seven. I think it's a perfect like 70 movie. Um, Fun for adults that maybe watched it like us. It's weird that calling us adults. We're still kids at heart, but uh, older individuals like ourselves, I think can have fun with it. Then obviously, like kids are gonna have fun with it too. So definitely a good movie for the whole family if you're looking for a movie on streaming. I think. And I'll swing it over to you to kind of see what you thought. Were you big on Wallace and Gromit growing up? Did you really like them?
I liked them. I remember them. I definitely remember Curse of the Were Rabbit. It was just something that, we had. So,
I
I will
think I have
say,
that on DVD.
oh yeah, yeah. Um, I will say that, the one thing that I wanted to get out of this movie was nostalgia, how nostalgic like these movies were. I'm with you. The animation looked as smooth as ever, looked as pretty as ever, and it's so simple, but you know how much work goes into these movies.
Literally each shot is hours of work. Like
Yeah,
each second.
yeah. So, and if one detail's messed up, man, you gotta do the shot again, and then now you have to sync it up with the audio and the comment or like the voiceover or whatever. I thought it was incredible for what Wallace and Gromit is. I mean, like it's such a simple plot, but it works so well. I don't get it. They didn't try to do too much. They kept it. It still felt like a Wallace and Gromit movie, even though it's been almost 20 years since the last one came out. They didn't try to do too much. It felt faithful to what they used to do, and to be able to do that almost 20 years later, have the same heart, have the same like comedy, and actually like have intense moments and have things that you've seen before. And I don't know, man. I get like so nostalgic about stuff like that because I do think that when you realize how much work that animation takes and how long it's been, and they take a break, and you see all these other animations coming out like Spider-Man, and you talked about Flow, and we talk
Whoa.
about Pixar's evolution, we talk about all of that, and sometimes it's the simple things that work the best, and it really
Yep.
does. The voice acting sounded exactly the same.
You
Uh,
know it was a different voice actor for Wallace.
I think I read that on Twitter before I saw the movie. And it sounded exactly the same, in my opinion. I'm with you, man. Shaun the Sheep brought up a lot of memories. I wish you didn't do that. Um, but yeah, man, I think very highly of this movie. I love animation, and like you said, we are kids at heart. I love animation, so when people do simple but effective things with animation, I'm gonna find it very, very good. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. I think an 8 would be a little bit too low for me. I think I put it like an 8.3 or 8.4. I thought it was that good, that effective. And dude, you talk about 80 or 90 minutes, however long it was. It felt like 5 minutes. I just had so much fun
Yeah. Yeah,
with
no, I
that.
watched that. I was like, oh, it's over already?
Yeah, and again, bringing back a villain that just does not say a word, and it just works so well.
Those beady eyes, dude.
Yeah, it is hilarious. I laughed multiple times. I thought the story was intriguing for again, something so simple. It's literally so simple. And you laugh at some of the things that are happening, and jokes are just, they hit different when you're a little bit older, and you kind of realize like
Yeah.
it's, it's dumb but it's funny, and it didn't take itself too seriously either. Like it's just
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. Obviously like when they first get kidnapped by Feathers McGraw and Wallace is just like, it's just a chicken. And then he rips off his little glove. He's like, oh my God, it's Feathers McGraw.
and you're like, dude, it's just oh my gosh, and
Stupid
Gromit
stuff like
the
that.
whole time is
Yeah, dude, all of the Wallace and Gromit, like episodes or short, little short films that we've gotten from them. Gromit's just always going through it, bro. Wallace is just always clueless.
oblivious.
He's just oblivious, and Gromit just goes through hell every
Yeah.
one of them.
He's the only
He
one that
goes,
like
he
sees
goes
what's
through it
going
this
on.
time. Yeah, he goes through it this time too. So, I like how they kind of just kept with that theme. It's worked in the past, and it still worked. And bro, I mean, we can talk about spoilers. I don't think anyone's really caring about spoiling Wallace and Gromit's new movie, but at the end, when Gromit falls off that bridge, um, like into the explosion or whatever. Like my heart dropped for a second. I was like, "You better not do this to me."
It had
Obviously, they're not
been
gonna kill Gromit in Wallace and Gromit, but like the way that, like it was. I mean, it was an intense like final battle or
yeah,
whatever.
no, it
And
was.
when he falls right there at the end, and like it lingers for a second before you realize he ended up getting caught by the gnomes. But yeah. No, that was a part that stuck out to me. Like genuinely for a split second, I was like, which
Oh
is
yeah.
not something that I expected to get from a Wallace and Gromit movie in 2025. So, I mean, definitely effective there in the surprise factor. But it's cool that a movie that simplistic can, even keep you on your toes. So,
Yeah, and I told you that I was gonna rank movies on name drops, how they do if they do a title drop in the movie. I have to say that this one was so freaking
yep.
funny and it was so perfect. It's a
That
10
is
out of 10.
Vengeance Most Fowl.
It's 10 out of 10, and I don't care what anyone says. It is goofy. You're like, no way, that's hilarious, and it's perfect timing. And the pause in the middle is just hilarious. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I wanted to recapture the like I think I put in my letterbox review, I kind of put like two sentences or whatever just to kind of like do it. And I think I just was like, it is as charming as I remember the Wallace and Gromit movies being. It's not too much. And like you said, if they would have killed Gromit off, I would have been emailing somebody some nice words
Oh, bro, I
because
would have been flying to London or
yeah,
wherever the hell they film.
yeah, you're not doing that to me. I can't get emotionally attached to a claymation dog as much as I have Gromit through that movie. Because you are right. That poor dog went through the 9 layers of hell just to figure out what was going on.
I'm gonna bless our viewers that are actually still watching this
Yeah.
with a picture of baby Gromit. Look at that little cutie. Look at him. He's eating his little bone birthday cake. What a champ.
So
Shout
good.
out baby Gromit.
So
Love
good.
that picture. But yeah, no, definitely a fun movie. I know we got a handful of good animated movies coming out this year, but that's a good one to start off on.
Absolutely.
Cool to see them back, still doing it. To see Aardman still kicking, despite all the major success of like Pixar and Spider-Verse movies and DreamWorks. Like, um, they're still able to do these fun, original, family-friendly uh, things. So that's cool to see, and hopefully they keep doing it. I know the Wallace original voice actor passed, but they were able to find a dude that sounded identical to him. And I think like this, still the original creator and director of the original ones. He's still like created this one, so hopefully they keep cranking them out. But yeah, we both enjoyed it. Shout out Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl. Hopefully it's not another 20 years till we get one, because then we will be 45. 45
You know
watching
what? They
Wallace
if
and
they
Gromit.
if they do what they did to Gromit and I'm 45
I
and my
might have a
kids
heart
have to
attack.
watch it,
It might kill me.
we're gonna have problems.
But yeah, so that's a fun little review. Next week we're definitely gonna do Den of Thieves. Um, yeah, I think it's funny. Kind of go back to the name drop thing. Our first two reviews here had like a killer name drop,
Yeah, no, for
title
real.
drop.
I'm
I don't
telling
think
you,
we're I
man.
don't think we're gonna get a title drop in Den of Thieves 2 Pantera.
If we do,
We are the Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. I don't I don't know. That was stupid, but maybe we'll get some more awesome title drops this year. We'll just
we
have to
will.
see.
Dune still has one of the best ones in recent memory. So
Yeah, Dune. Yeah, Dune.
both
Yeah,
movies, both movies.
yeah. But yeah, so that's Wallace and Gromit.